Hey, Venice Sullivan here from Hope Wellness Institute. Trigger points, we've talked about a little bit, but what I didn't tell you is how to help your own trigger points. It's great when you can go to someone who can help you, and it's also great when you can help yourself. And everything we do here at Hope Wellness is getting you to the point where you don't need us. We want to help you be the best you can be and be able to take care of yourself. So there's so many theories, and everybody's got a different idea and rule on how to get rid of pain. You go to one therapist, it's like they lean in with their elbow with everything they've got, and if there's no pain, there's no gain, and we got to make it hurt like hell, and I'm going to hold this spot until it gives up no matter how long it takes. Your body will give up and it will release, given a whole lot of different scenarios, but in that scenario, it releases out of exhaustion. It's fought you for so long, it's fought this incoming pain for so long, it finally goes, I'm exhausted, I give up. And so, it feels better for a while. But then 9 times out of 10, that pain is going to come back, and it may come back angrier than it was before. Isn't that what most of us do when we give up out of exhaustion? So what we've found, and through my training, is instead of using all the pressure you can on a spot that hurts, and going back to the trigger points coming up the side of your neck, could be from your upper traps here, could be from the muscle here on the side of your neck, your SCM. So think of scale of 1 to 10. If 1 is you're touching it, and 10 it hurts so bad you want to hit somebody, you need to be in the middle of that range. So if I'm working on a muscle, let's say this one here, or maybe even better this one here, because this guy right here causes all of this. Okay, we all love walking around like this, right? Well, it's because these muscles are too tight. When these muscles are too tight, it causes pain back here and pain in the back of your neck. So if you've got back of the shoulder pain, if you've got back of the neck pain, work on the front muscles. These are easy to work on for all of us. So start moving your fingers around and find as you're poking that little bit of tender spot. This works for both ischemic spots that are just tender locally, and trigger points, points that are firing somewhere else. So as you find that tender spot, first go, okay, is it tender here or is it tender up somewhere else? Either way is fine. Put your fingers on that spot, medium pressure. Okay, it's tender, but it's not painful. I call it a 5. A lot of people have problems giving number designations to things, so it doesn't matter what the number is. It's tender, but it's not painful. That's what we're looking for. With that medium pressure, hold that for 10 to 12 seconds. What you're looking for is you may feel the softening under your fingers, but more so it's like, oh, all of a sudden it's less tender. That's what we're looking for. So, just holding static pressure on that, count to 1001, 1002, get to 12. And if it, starts letting up before that, let go. You've done your job. Go find another tender spot and work on that. Work all along under your collarbone. Work over here on the front of your shoulder. Work all your upper pecs here. See if that doesn't relieve the back of the shoulder pain, back of the neck pain. If that doesn't work, if it doesn't change within that 10 to 12 seconds, go away, work somewhere next door, go some different spots for a while, then come back to that same spot, using a little bit less pressure this time. Do it again, 10 to 12 seconds. Does it change? If it doesn't, go roam around some other places, come back a third time with slightly less pressure. 9 times out of 10, that's going to help that spot release. And as you start getting some of these spots in the front to let go, to release, to lengthen the muscle, then the areas in the back will start feeling better. So what if in that 3 times that you've done that, it doesn't change? That tells me that usually there's another muscle stretching that spot that is causing that one to be pulled on and not release. It may be actually a stretched muscle, not a short muscle. So start playing with that a little bit and see how that changes your body pain. I'm going to transition from there into other ways to get rid of pain. Hot and cold. Okay, again, everybody you talk to has a different idea of what's right and what's wrong on treating with hot and cold. I had somebody say, oh, well, the doctor told me never to use cold and only use heat. Well, different things require different ways of working with them. One of the things I find for most things is a combination of hot and cold. Okay, way back when I was taught 20 minutes of hot, 20 minutes of cold. We've actually found over time that very short periods of each works better. So if you, on a small area, say your hands, you've got, your hands just really hurt at the end of the day for some reason, whatever work you're doing. Or say you've got bad arthritis. Take in 2 pots of water in the sink. One as hot as is comfortable and one ice water. And just put your hands back and forth about 15 seconds in each. 15 seconds hot, 15 seconds cold. And go back and forth a dozen times. That 9 times out of 10 will decrease your pain. You can do the same thing. Again, if I like to do is if my back is hurting, I'm going to put heat here. That relaxes these muscles to take the pull off of the back and get rid of the pain back there. If you've got an injury, I say 9 times out of 10, 3 minutes of ice, 3 minutes of heat, and back and forth. So that what that does is it encourages different types of blood flow. The more blood flow, the more oxygen to the area, the more oxygen, the less tightness in the area, the less inflammation, and things start healing and feeling better.